a another parent mindset. This is our Monday mindset moment. We're here to make sure that you have the opportunity to really explore what it would be like to get out of any patterns of meltdowns, tantrums, and power struggles, but especially those meltdowns. Hands. Then you're going to want to hop into our free Facebook group for parents and caregivers to watch the entire training. Otherwise, if you're already here in the group, so glad to have you amongst our 1,000 members. And it's just been so great to share some tips and tricks this month, particularly around how do we get daily life to run more smoothly with young children and with more resilience, more connection, and more of that sense of we've got this going forward as a team. So last week we spoke about 5 things that could be making your mornings harder than they need to be. So you might want to go ahead and check that one out. I highly recommend it so that you can know what to avoid so that your mornings start to become smoother and more easy. We also have a webinar that's happening today at 1 p.m. that I want to make sure you know about right at the top of this tip this week, which is called Easy Mornings, and it's to help you to create smoother starts of your day with your children with less meltdowns, tantrums, and power struggles. So if you'd like a longer form time with myself and the esteemed Dr. Luce, who is leading it with me, you're going to want to click the link and register so you can get that special Zoom link and join us for our free webinar. Okay, but for today's topic, we are talking about a very important thing, which is meltdowns. And what do I mean by meltdowns? So meltdowns are when big emotions take over and it's very difficult to recover from them, meaning that it's not a quick fix of, hey, sweetie, don't worry, you get another one, and their ice cream falls, and then they can snap out of it. Meltdowns tend to be more when, really truly there are kids sort of like lids flip off, and they're having a really hard time. And when that happens, we want to be especially sensitive to the fact that they are going to need some recovery time. That's the first thing I want you to really be tuned into, is that when kids are truly having a meltdown, they need some time to recover from it. So just accept right away that it's something that is going to need time and attention that it needs is a really important step. So just in the moment when you start to see that you're headed in the way, take a deep breath for yourself or whatever you need to soothe yourself. Go, okay, this is going to take time and attention and some coping strategies to get through. If you can keep your system calm, if you can keep in the game around it, kind of accepting that this is happening, it's one way to avoid kind of meltdowns. What can happen as soon as our child melts down, we have a really strong reaction to like their lid flips, they're cool, we lose control. Then we're heading into a story where the meltdown is going to be 10, 50 or more minutes long. So that's something to keep in mind. And the next thing I say in avoiding a meltdown is much as possible, give a kid a heads up anything is changing of their routine. So we're going to need to get earlier, stay out late. Lunch is different today. Usually, we can give kids a heads up so they can anticipate. Is going to really help because kids are really sensitive to their routine, sensitive to having structure in their daily life and kind of. It's not just toddlers and preschoolers, also true if you would like middle child teens and as well as elementary kids. The reason why is because kids are already kind of for this. If you think about it, they're set up to the world, lots of their imagination, and they're with and they're wanting to have influence, control, or or in their environment. They don't really know what the restrictions are, like how much they can change things, and so it's tricky because they don't really know what control or until they come up against those limits, structure that them in for. Ends up happening, and I say with this high, what ends up happening is then oftentimes we are put in of having create a work and they can start in and the fact that this happens to a place that are enjoying the daily life and them ahead things going avoid that have just come you need to come right now what for a meeting middle of something at work feeling of off that's not to kids can't adapt flexible with that we had that they're still that and like sort of influence in some situation then that will be to do back and accept things up another do some you can that there's time them isn't how you have it how they can compare emotion